Hi, I'm Tamara Miles, author of The Secret to Peak Productivity. For the past 3 days here in Massachusetts, as we have declared a state of emergency, schools have closed, and a lot of companies are moving to working from home, most of my work with clients have been putting together plans to support their employees' peak productivity and also well-being as they face a transition to working from home. So I want to share with you the top three themes that have emerged in these conversations. The first one is around the change and the transition and managing expectations. So, even though working from home is oftentimes seen as a huge benefit, and also research shows that people who work from home are more productive, this special circumstance is different because not only will you be working from home, but oftentimes your spouse, partner will be home, kids will be home from school, other people might be home. So it's a little harder to manage working from home when there's so many other people at home too. So the first step is to create some kind of norms in your home, coming up with rules. Around working from home, around interruptions, times, transitions. So thinking through with your family and those who are at home with you, roommates, about what the best way to handle the working from home and the rules and the interruptions is. Another part of that context is to think about a dedicated workspace. So if you don't typically work from home or don't have a home office, can you think about a space that you could create to be your home office during this transition? And it could be a corner in the kitchen, it could be an extra spare bedroom that you transform into your office, or even a space in your bedroom. The important thing is to have a dedicated workspace so that you can mentally transition from being in home mode to being in work mode. This mental transition, when you enter your dedicated workspace, will help you stay really focused, engaged, and also productive. The second big theme that has emerged is, okay, we have the dedicated workspace, we've talked about rules and regulations, but how do we stay engaged? Like, it's really hard to manage distractions. So managing distractions. And the way I like to think about it is even at a bigger level, instead of managing time or distractions, is how can you manage your energy? So think about matching the tasks that you're doing throughout your day to your energy level. And our energy level when we're home and working from home tends to be very different than what we're used to being in an office environment surrounded by people and meetings. So for the first few days of the transition, really become aware of your energy level. And if you notice that you are a really great person in the morning, could you wake up earlier before everybody else and tackle those big projects early in the morning, and then transition a little bit to a lower level task? So becoming aware and then matching your tasks to your energy level are really important. And then part of that is also, how can you add micro moments of exercise and activity to create more energy? We know from research that exercise is a really powerful way to maintain brain health and maintain energy levels. And it doesn't have to be one huge exercise break. It can be micro moments of exercise. So taking a 5-minute break, doing jumping jacks, or going for a walk around the block if that's possible for you, or even doing some burpees, or if you are super high energy and you need to calm your energy a little, engaging in 5 minutes of meditation. So thinking about ways that you can externally manage your energy to match the tasks that you're doing. So that was the second theme. And then the third and most important one is staying connected. We know from research that there's a loneliness epidemic happening in the United States right now, where in 2019, 61% of Americans reported feeling lonely. And so as we self-isolate and create this social distancing to protect ourselves and others from the coronavirus, how can we ensure that we still stay connected? So a few ideas are to think about norms also from your teams and connection at work. So how can you, instead of having conference calls, can you have video chats? We know from research that comes out of Barbara Fredrickson's lab that positivity resonance emerges. So the feeling of mutual care and concern for others, one of the biggest components of that is facial mimicry and synchronicity of movement, and that really can only happen through eye contact. And when we see somebody smile, we smile. So that's what she's talking about, and that perpetuates feelings of mutual care and concern, which also then perpetuates creativity and innovation. So it's really important to stay connected with your teams and check in with each other. And so video conferencing is a great way to do it. And then also thinking as a leader, what are some ways that you can encourage your teams to stay connected during this transition? So these are my top 3 peak productivity tips while working from home. Would love to hear if you have any other questions or ideas as we all face these challenges and changes together.